What is going on, everybody? I am trying out a new course for me today. This is in Williston, South Carolina at the Williston Disc Golf Course. I've heard a lot of people talk about this one, saying it's a nice course to come check out. That's in the general Augusta area, so had a free day, thought I might come check it out. It's another hot day here in the South, but it's a beautiful day. So I'm gonna just walk you through this course, show you how I would play it as a first timer, and hopefully we'll shoot a good round out here. All right, guys, so we're here on hole 1, which is a big starting hole. You got the pond right here, which is a great feature. It says it plays 405. Basket is basically straight out in that field right before that tree out there. So big starting hole. Really like it though. So I'm gonna play from the long tee. It does look like they have a short tee, and here we go. All right, to start off here, we're gonna go with the Qigong, just because this is the first hole and it's a big one. See if I can get some good distance with these. Too much hyzer on that one, but that one is about right there. All right, got my Qigong up here, about pin high. I'm looking at about 25 feet here, maybe a little bit more. First putt of the day. There we go. Good way to start. Putt felt nice and smooth. All right, hole 2 is right on the edge of the water. It kind of plays on a little peninsula. That tree is very close to the water. It says it plays, I'll be honest, I don't know exactly which one this is. It says there's a long tee and a short tee, but I don't see it. So it's either 250 or 296, but the play here looks like it's over to the right, maybe a little bit deep there. All right, I'm gonna go with the Captain's Raptor, just something overstable, something I know that I can leave out there wide and hopefully it crashes in. That should be pretty good. Oh, a little bit deep, but should be okay. Or just go in the basket. Oh, that looked pretty good there. All right, as you can tell, went a little bit deep with both of these, but they are both on land, so they're both safe. I don't know what the play is there, guys. I'm guessing it's not too far off from what I just played, but probably edge a circle here for the birdie. Get. Oh, a little bit right, but that hit a lot of chains. Dang. All right, y'all, we are on to hole 3, and I've never seen so much goose poop in my entire life. Hole 3, which is 178 feet. It looks like, again, I don't see a long tee. I'm assuming, oh wait, I'm sorry, there is a short tee up there. So I am in the long tee. The basket is right through here. Looks like you got a low kind of hyzer or maybe even a big spike forehand shot. I think I'm just gonna go with the zone and play something kind of low. See if I can get a little bit of a slide there underneath that tree. Get underneath it. Does it have the skip? Yes, sir, right underneath it. All right, I'm gonna show you a new disc to my bag. This is a Glow Prodigy A5. I have not thrown one of these, but I've always wanted to try one. I've heard they're like a broken in zone. So it feels kind of similar to a zone actually. So let's see how it flies. Dude, that's pretty stable actually. Good shot though. All right, I got the Mega Glow zone here to about 20 feet. Got that low hanging tree in my way, but kept this one a little too high, but still up here for the putt. There we go. All right, on to hole 4. We are at the long tee here. This one is 253, I think is what it said. The short pad is right up here. So you can go straight at it. You can do a little hyzer. Pretty straightforward shot. Just got to avoid the tree limbs. All right, we're gonna go 2. This one is starting to break in to be more of a straight to stable, and I want to bail out a little more left. So let's see what we can do with this one. that, just like that. That's going to be right under it. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. That thing is overstable. I don't know, I guess I was expecting it to be a little bit straighter, but that's still parked. Ooh, right underneath it. All right, so far making pretty good disc selection. You know, got the A5 up here. I went hyzer with a buzz, and my first one with the tomb is exactly what I was wanting. Right by the basket, so 3 for 4, not a bad start at all. Okay, on to hole 5. This looks like a pretty tough one because you got the water all the way over to the left. This one is 302. It's kind of that distance where you really want to make sure that you commit to your shot, especially when you got water in play. We've got a little bit of a tailwind, so I'm going to try to go with my origin. I think this should be plenty of disc for this distance. If I hit this right, it should flip over and hopefully not go into the water. Flip, flip, yes. Beautiful, just what I was wanting. All right, went slightly deep of the basket, but no problem here, only about 15 feet. About missed the putt, but thankfully was able to capitalize on that one. That's a good one to get for sure. All right, y'all, we're on to hole 6, which is a tricky shot actually. It's 270. The basket is down there by the water once again, but you have these trees that kind of are low hanging, so you really want to throw something probably a little bit faster so that it gets underneath that and doesn't go too far into the water though. I'm gonna go with my Dickerson buzz just because this is my most stable buzz. See if I can keep this low enough and have it hyzer right underneath those trees. That should be good if it stays up. Yes, that should be perfect. All right, y'all can eat your heart out over this one. A Mega Glow buzz with a Jumpman stamp. Ah, yeah, right, I'm not throwing this by the water. All right, got the buzz exactly how I wanted it. Low, plenty of speed, and got about a 15-footer here once again. There we go, man, on fire. All right, hole 7 is pretty straightforward. The basket's just right there. It says it is 221. It looks like the water may be coming into play a little more to the left and a little bit long. So you want to have something, if anything, finishes a little bit short, but pretty much a guaranteed bird, hopefully. I'm gonna go Mega Glow zone and just throw a big hyzer here and hopefully get this thing close. That should be pretty good. Don't see why not. All right, let's give this A5 a chance. Thing is so much more stable than I'm expecting it. All right, got the Mega Glow up here pin high, about 20 feet to the right of it. There we go. Starting to get really comfortable with that putting stroke. So, all right, y'all, hole 8 is probably the hardest hole we've got so far, which is only, it says it's 270. There's a Mando. The basket is kind of straight to a little bit of a bend to the right. Low ceiling as well. The Mando really makes this shot tricky though. So I showed you the Jordan stamped buzz, Mega Glow buzz. How about the Buzz SS? Just put this in my bag. If I throw this right, it should shape perfectly. Turn, but not just burn over. Just like that. Oh my goodness gracious, that's gotta be perfect. I hope that's up there. Didn't really see it finish. Let's try a forehand. Have not thrown a forehand today. Not good at all. Oh boy, missed the Mando. Oh man, got the Buzz SS up here. I think it actually hit the stump just based on how it was turned. But that is a good one to get. If you've not tried one of these Mega Glow Buzz SS's, make sure to get one. These are awesome. All right, y'all, hole 9 is 207 feet, it says. There is a Mando. The basket is down in the gap a little bit over to the right. It kind of plays for a forehand, but it's, again, kind of a low ceiling. You can go high on this one. There's a Mando over here, so you have to go left of this tree. Not sure why you would want to go hyzer, but I think it's more to protect these tee pads over here. Interesting shot for sure. Again, kind of going for low ceiling speed here. I'm gonna go with the Buzz OS just because it's a little faster than my zones. And I think I can push it up there and get it to fade up where the basket is. Oh, that is early. Counter. That might be a lone putt. That was not a good shot at all. I have not tried the A5 on a forehand yet, so let's see what this does when I throw this like a zone. Oh, it's pretty straight. Not bad. All right, guys, got the Buzz OS up here. This is not what you want on a 207-foot hole. Oh, just short. All right, on to the back nine. Now on to hole 10. It says it's 288 from the long tee. I cannot see the basket. No idea, y'all, where this goes. Let me see if I can go up here to the short tee and see if I can see it. Still don't see it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw through the gap, and then we are just going to try to hyzer and hopefully have a putt. Can't see the basket, so have no idea how far over it is, but we'll throw a few of them here and see what we can do. All right, again, I have no idea what to throw. We got a low ceiling here. If you're throwing from the short tee, it looks a lot easier, but from back here, you got to really get it underneath that ceiling. So what I'm going to try to do is flex this onyx and see if I can get this to turn slightly and then come back and fade and kind of hopefully get a skip. This grass is a little tall today. That should be good if it gets a skip. And it looked like it did. Hopefully that is close. Just like that. That one's a little less stable, so not as much fade. Y'all, I don't know whether to call this luck or skill or maybe a little bit of both, because this actually, the basket is a little bit straighter than I was expecting, but the onyx was enough speed, and on that low line, it skipped right through this little gap and got me about 20 feet for the putt, whereas the Aztec went long. There we go, man. That feels like a good one to get, especially after missing the 207-foot hole. All right, this is a cool hole. It's only 167 feet. You got to go through the bamboo tunnel. Very short shot, but very technical. Very cool hole, though. I like this one. All right, to start, because I want something that goes straight, I'm going to go with the Berg. And hopefully it pumps the brakes as well. Just like that. Slide, baby. Don't hit that. Yep. That's going to be a birdie putt at least. No, but that came out so clean. Oh, too low. Man, it's for holes like this that I do remember exactly why I keep a Berg in my bag. For that straight but stable shot that has the ability to pump the brakes on these shorter approach shots. Felt very comfortable throwing that disc as opposed to something like a zone. All right, hole 12. Sorry, y'all. There's not a great place to put the camera. I don't have much of a backdrop, but this is 225. I had to go up and look at this one. The tree in the middle of the fairway, you want to go right in front of it and over to the left. There is this bushy kind of tree that gets in the way, but it's really kind of a big skip shot type shot. So I think I'm going to go with my very overstable Captain's Raptor because I really want to make sure I get something over there quick. Just get myself a putt. That might be good. That could be really good, actually. We'll see. All right, guys. Again, just making good disc selection choices here. Got the Captain's Raptor up here with a skip, leaving myself in these 15 to 20 foot ranges. There we go. On a roll, man. And y'all, it's with holes like this is why I'm reminded how much I love disc golf, because this is 168 feet. You got bamboo all the way down. Great hole. This is a ton of fun. Very straight. Just want to have something that gets down there. We'll give this one a few throws. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to go Berg here first. I already had to get out a new well sack just because the other one is already so damp and unusable. So let's go Berg. See if I can just kind of float a forehand down there, get us close, and then we'll try to give it an ace run. Counter. Hit the pole. Just like that. That should be good. Sit. Yep. Walking up. Threw my first shot with the Berg. hit the pole, tap in bird. All right, y'all, hole 14. Let's see if we can keep this rolling. It says it's 259. Can't see the basket, but it looks like it just is a hyzer over to the left. Just want to hit it clean and hopefully get up there for a clean look. All right, even though it's only 259, I'm gonna go with my overstable buzz just to make sure I don't push this hopefully too long. That should be great. Miss it. I hope that's good. I don't know what else to really do. Now it's time to break out the Mega Glow Buzz with the Jumpman logo. Fade, baby. Golly. All right, so now after playing this hole, you want to make sure you have something that hyzers a little bit stronger. So I probably would have gone with like a zone or something like that instead. Got a tricky putt here outside the circle for sure. Not what you want, but it's more of my hands right now. I don't got anything to dry them off with. The putter is just slipping right out. Every part of my clothing is just soaking wet, so I'm just gonna have to make do here. Y'all, that was a horrible, horrible putt. Hits the tree, and kicks it. When it's your day, it's your day. That was a horrible putt. That was gonna be 30 long if I missed that, which I was definitely gonna miss it. Now this looks like a tricky shot here. A lot of trees in the way. It only plays 253. It goes up and to the right. It kind of plays as a turnover backhand or a flex forehand. I really like the way this shapes, so I'm a little bit more comfortable with a flex forehand than I am with something like a turnover backhand, so I'm gonna try that first. Let's go Captain's Raptor. It's got the flex. It might go in the basket. Oh my goodness gracious. Just realized y'all was playing the short tee, not the long tee, so now it makes it a little bit trickier. You gotta go like a forehand, I'm assuming. I guess you can go turnover as well, but gotta have something that gets over there quick. So as much as I love my first shot on that other one, I'm not gonna count it. I'm gonna play this one. Thankfully, I don't need that disc. Instead, I'm gonna go with my other Captain's Raptor. Man, I wish I could have counted my first one on the other shot, but unfortunately I can't. So I'm gonna go Berg here. Just a little pitch up sidearm. Hopefully get it up there close. Just like that, should be fine. Yeah, that'll putt. All right, got the Berg up here. Y'all, that Raptor had to be close. I'm not really sure how it missed, but unfortunately, got to take the par. I didn't play the right tee pad. Wish I could redo that one for sure. All right, hole 16, and again, sorry for the camera setup. There's another not real good place to set up the camera. It says it's 172 feet. Oh boy, this one's up on that mound down there. This is a really tough shot, actually. Got a tight gap. All right, I'm gonna go with the zone and just see if I can get the stability to kind of carry me up that hill a little bit. Just like that. Missed that tree. Yes, that should be just about right. Nope, not a good shot. Played it just how I wanted to. Got the zone up here. Let that overstability of the disc do the work for me. That is exactly what I wanted on this hole. All right, y'all, hole 17. It says that it is 220 feet. Let's go see if we can get a look at the basket. It looks like it's kind of a flex shot from the long tee. So something that you can turn over and then have it fight back just a little bit to the left there. All right, I'm gonna go with my flippier tomb just because I know that if I miss right, I'm okay with that. This is a tricky shot. All right, guys, I finally found my disc. It took me forever. It's kind of tucked underneath this log. Not a great position to be in at all. I'm really just gonna have to try to punch this out. I'm gonna go Berg and try to go a little forehand turnover here and get myself up there. hopefully for some kind of look. Oh, of course it hit that tree. All right, y'all, I've not put myself in a good position here. This is for my par save from very, very far out. Ooh, it was actually a pretty decent run. There we go. You don't want to have a bogey, especially when you're having a round like that, but that's a tough hole. All right, y'all, let's see if we can finish strong here. Hole 18 is 324. It's on an elevated tee. Very low ceiling shot, or you can go up and over. And you got the water to the left, the tennis courts to the right. Very tricky shot. All right, for low ceiling shots, I like to go with this Essence just because I feel like it has so much glide. So I'm gonna try that one. And that should be at least putting. Yeah, that'll work. A little bit farther putt. All right, y'all, I got the Essence up here about edge of circle. Nice elevated pin here. See if we can finish strong here. Finish with a birdie. Get it. Let's go. That one felt good to end on after that bogey. Good catch by the basket. Thank you, sir. Guys, that is gonna wrap it up out here. This was a very fun course. I'm actually amazed at the fact that I haven't been out here yet. Very fun course, brings in some water, very creative. Really like the layout, but overall just a fun course to come out here and play. So Williston, South Carolina, great course. Come check it out. Guys, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.